Hey, are you ready to crush your goals? Perhaps you're tired of holding yourself back and you're ready to step into it, to step into that untapped potential. I know I sure am, and I've been doing it. And I want to share my secrets with you, but also share this powerful, powerful tool that I've been using and that I know is very effective and that all the high performing athletes are using. It's no secret because it's that powerful. But how the heck do you use it? How does it work? And how do you apply it easily and effectively? Let's talk about it. But first, please smash that subscribe button. I want to be able to offer more videos like this, more helpful information, as well as lots of hypnosis videos, meditation videos, and it would really help support me and support the channel. Also, if you would like to get an alert, please hit that alert button so you can be alerted when I have another video. And please share with your friends and family as well. And I would love to hear your comments. I want to hear what you want to hear more of, what you want less of. I want to hear it all. And share your strategies and what works for you as well, because we are one community and I want to help as best I can. As I feel that there's so many of us only operating at a fraction of our potential, and there's so much more. So let's get on with it. Stay to the end of the video because I do have some helpful tools and I want to make this quick, simple, and easy for you. So what is this powerful state that I'm talking about, or what is this powerful tool that I'm talking about? Maybe I gave it away just there. This tool is the zone. It's the flow state. And in the flow state, we are focused, we can enjoy, we're in the moment. And it's a state where we can reach optimal performance as we're highly focused and our sport becomes effortless. We're in this state where we're this place where we're challenged, but we're also not pushing ourselves over the edge. We're moving along that razor's edge where we're pushing ourselves, we're enjoying it. We're in the zone, we're highly focused, we're very, very present, and we're not pushing ourselves over the edge, but we're pushing ourselves right where we need to be. It's like this perfect spot. It's like the sweet spot that we need to be in to achieve our goals and to absolutely crush it. It's really this effortless state of focus, time, and space moves away. It's a different state of consciousness. It's very similar to being in a hypnotic state. We're highly focused, we're highly aware, we're highly alert, and we're really in the moment. We're moving in the moment. And in this space, we are confident. Self-doubt can't even exist in this space because we're so in the moment. We're so focused. So again, how do you get into this magical state? It can be tough for some people, especially when you've got a lot of life stressors or things going on. It can be hard to get yourself in that flow, get yourself in that state. So I will just share a trick with you that I use to get into the flow state. And I find it quite easy. And the more you practice, the better it becomes, the easier it becomes. So with practice, it does get easier and get better. So first of all, what I do to get in that state is when I'm out for a run, and I'm going to use running as an example, but you can insert your sport there. I basically really connect with all of my senses. So I do this grounding, or what you might call anchoring exercise, where I connect with all of these senses. So I notice everything that I see. And that's important, especially when I'm on a trail run, because if I'm not paying attention, I could easily trip and fall. And it allows me to actually run faster if I'm able to really focus on the ground before me. So really noticing my surroundings, what I can see. And in my case, I really do need to focus just in front of me so that I'm not tripping and falling. I can't really be looking around, but I need to be laser focused in front so that I'm moving over those roots and rocks. So it's really focusing on what I can see and the details of what I see. So maybe the details of the rocks, the colors of the rocks, the ground, the trees ahead, those kinds of things, those things that I can see. And it also is helpful for me to notice the things that I can smell. So it's amazing to me now that I'm practicing this, noticing the smells of the trees that I didn't notice before. So really noticing the smells of the trees, the smells of the flowers, anything that you can smell. Maybe it's nothing. That's okay. Just noticing that there's nothing. Notice what you can hear. So I can often hear the ground beneath my feet. I can hear the wind blowing through the trees. I can hear the birds. So really noticing what I can hear. And again, it's amazing what you don't pick up on when you're too busy in your head. So it's like what I can hear. I notice my breath and the sound of my breath. I notice the things I can feel. So it could be my running shoes on my feet. It could be my hydration pack. It could be how comfortable my nice technical shirt feels. And it could be the sun on my skin. So really noticing what I can feel. I will also notice what I can taste. So it could be my gels, it could be my water. Maybe it's nothing. Again, noticing those things around you is really, really important. And that's enough to get me in the zone, is to really connect with that. I find that it's also important to notice your energy, to notice your body, to notice your breath, to notice those things too. So to be really in tune with where you're at. I find it can be really powerful to think about or notice those thoughts that are coming up, those intrusive thoughts, because those intrusive thoughts can take up your brain space. And next thing you know, you're not in the zone, you're out of the zone, and you're thinking about so many different things. So often when I trip and fall when I'm running, it's because I'm in my head about something else. And the magic of doing the sport and performing at your best is that you're in the zone. So especially for me, when I'm doing a long distance race, I want to be in the zone, and that zone will carry me through to the end of the race and help me pace myself appropriately. It's what gets me through. So a really important thing to do is notice those intrusive thoughts, and then notice them and let them go. So notice the thoughts. Don't give them too much of your energy. And what I find helpful is to refocus on a positive thought. Connect to your why. Connect to why you're here. Connect to the positives. And be in the moment again. It's sometimes, for me, aid station to aid station, tree to tree. If you're in the sport, it's section by section, play by play, however that works for you. It's all about being in that moment. So bring yourself back to the moment, focusing on what you can control, focusing on your why, focusing on the positive. And then I might actually go through that whole thing again because having the intrusive thought and then working through that can sometimes pull me out of the flow. So I might go through that whole thing again where I connect with what I see, what I hear, what I feel, what I can taste, what I can smell, all of those things, really connecting with as many senses as you can and really connecting with the body, with the breath, how you're feeling, all of that. So that can be a really good way to stay centered, to get yourself in the zone, to keep yourself in the zone. And as I said, it can be helpful to go moment by moment. So whatever your sport is, you'll know better than I can know. But for me, it's section by section, tree to tree, aid station by aid station, kilometer to kilometer, or mile by mile. That can be a helpful way to kind of stay in the zone, in the moment, keeping that focus. In connection with staying in the moment, it can be really helpful to really roll with whatever comes your way, to be adaptable, to focus on what you can control and not worry about things as they come up. Don't worry about what could potentially happen. Just focus in the moment on what you can control. If it's not going to plan, throw the plan out the window and connect with your own inner resources and know that you can do this. Or maybe it's not throwing the plan out the window, but going to plan B, or trusting yourself or following your intuition. Depending on your sport, you want to throw in whatever tool works best for you. And sometimes it is the small milestones along the way. It's breaking things down into bite-sized pieces and not getting overwhelmed by the whole goal. I often tell people say to me, how do you run 100 miles? Well, I don't think about the whole race. It's section by section, and I have a plan for each section of the race, and I execute that plan. And sometimes it doesn't go to plan, and that's okay. I just have a plan in the back of my mind. I really go with my intuition, and I have a plan A, B, C, different plans in my mind that I can reach to in my back pocket or in my mind to pull out and use as needed, or maybe just being intuitive and reacting in the moment can be really helpful as well. Another thing that can be really helpful to stay in the zone is to trust the process, to keep trusting the process, to trust your training. You've done the training, you've done the work, or maybe you're in the training and you're in the works of it. You're trusting that process and focusing on the process, not the outcome. So again, not focusing on crossing the finish line, but focusing on the process along the way. And it may be the training. It may be you're in the race and you're focusing on the process. Also, know what works best for you. Do you prefer to be in a relaxed space, or do you need to be in an intense headspace? Only you would know if that works for you. Are you in this intense space, or are you in this relaxed space? What works for you? So knowing what mindsets work for you, what kind of zone works for you. And another thing I find can be really helpful is finding the humor, having fun, bringing in that playfulness can take a lot of pressure off, and learning to enjoy the moment and enjoy where you're at can be really helpful in terms of staying in the zone and not feeling so much pressure, because when you feel the pressure, you can get into your head. Whereas if you can relax and laugh, it takes you out of it and brings you back into an area where you can focus. It relaxes your body, it relaxes your mind, and it's therapeutic and just good for the soul. So those are some things that you can do. They may or may not work for you. It depends on what works for you. Again, maybe you're the type of person that needs to be intense and really focused, or you might be the person that needs to relax a little bit and focus that way. One last thing that I almost forgot to add was that it can be really helpful to practice mindfulness. I have a lot of meditation videos and hypnotherapy videos. Both are really great for getting you to practice being mindful of your body, being in the present moment. And that's really what it is. Getting into the flow is really being fully focused and really, really present. And in a world where there's lots of social media and we're on our phones quite a bit and we're overstimulated and distracted and multitasking, this can be really helpful to bring yourself back to being aware, being mindful. Mindfulness is a practice, and it takes practice, and so does getting into the flow. So I highly recommend using a mindfulness practice. I also have a video on self-hypnosis, and self-hypnosis. Hypnosis is very similar. The state of hypnosis versus flow is very similar. The only thing with hypnosis is that we're doing it with intention to change a perspective or change a thought and upgrade the mind. And it's a very, very, very deep level of relaxation where being in the flow, you're really present in the moment, you've got focus, and you're focused on a goal, and you're performing at an optimal level. So very similar, a little bit different, very similar. So self-hypnosis, practicing self-hypnosis on a regular basis can be really great for focus and for getting in the flow and in the zone. It can also be great for using self-hypnosis in an event where maybe you are in a negative headspace and can't get out, and you need to hypnotize yourself quickly to get back to where you want to be. So very, very powerful. All are powerful. I recommend checking out my mindfulness videos, my meditation videos, and my visualization, and of course self-hypnosis. And if you want to learn more, please feel free to ask questions. There's more to learn and I'm here to help, so feel free to reach out. And if you really want to elevate your game anymore, I'm telling you, I will keep telling you, hypnosis is powerful, the brain is powerful, and often we have these deep-rooted subconscious beliefs that are holding us back, and hypnosis can be a powerful way to overcome that. So it's always free to do a consultation with me. I would love to hear from you, and I recommend checking out my videos as well, doing all that you can to master that mental game, because the mind is really what holds us back. Awesome. I look forward to hearing your comments. I'm here if you have questions. Talk to you soon.